So I'm thinking about life and who I was pre-transition and who I am today. And I feel like in my life I've found myself um, once and a half, 1.5 times. I feel like when I was in high school or around that age, I kind of established myself as just this rebellious punk um, kind of uh, dyke, I guess. Into the punk scene. I had a mohawk, made my own bondage pants at the time was what, I don't know what punks wear now, but bondage pants, steel-toe Doc Martens, laced up in the pants, band shirts, all that, and I really stood by the politics of it. Very much a punk at heart. But I feel like back then, I had myself established. You know, I felt I wanted to go in the direction of psychology. I wanted to go in that direction since I was a kid. For a little bit, I wanted to go into media advertising. I wanted to go in that for a while too. But after taking a mass communications class, I decided that I didn't really like the business itself, the direction it was going in, and I decided to go back to psychology. And this was all the way up until I kind of got out of my punk phase. I'll never get out of that way of thinking. I think that's always going to be. I'm always going to agree with the politics for the most part. I'm always going to enjoy the music, and I'm always going to enjoy the scene. So. I had to grow up and I had to live like an adult, and it's not realistic for me to be living with that mentality. But I was established, so as I grew up, I was still into psychology, and I would say that was all the way till pre-T, till pre-testosterone, not even pre, not even pre-transition, but pre-testosterone. So then. Talking about testosterone. How has it changed me? Well, physically, you can see, you can hear. Mentally, emotionally, it's crazy. I get I get mad. Maybe more extreme with my emotions. I think I've talked about this, actually, but being on T has definitely helped mold me into who I am. Uh, it I've definitely found I had no interest in working out pre-T, so I definitely have interest in working out. I've found I can train myself and enhance my skill into being the athlete I've always wanted to be. I'm finding that whole aspect of my world is completely 180. I'm so happy with my body that I'm willing to put in the work for my body, whereas before I was never willing to do that. And my love for fitness and just realizing that I could incorporate my personal life into my work and really kind of do my own thing. And live my life to my fullest. That just all came together, being on testosterone, and I feel like I'm still finding myself. I feel like a lot of myself has changed. Um, I'm definitely more rational about things, more logical. When doing math, for instance, I have more patience. My creativity has completely switched over. I used to really like to work with clay and make things out of clay, and paint things. I still like to paint things, but now I'm really liking woodworking. I'm just almost finished with my bench. I'll post a picture of that right. So I just have to do the top layer. I have to cut. I have 2 pieces of wood uh, right here in my living room that I have to cut tomorrow, and then screw them in, cut them in half. So I'll have 4 pieces. It'll look like the bottom part, and then I'm just gonna get some stain for it and stain it. But that's irrelevant. Um, but I like to work with wood now. I like to. I mean, I've always been interested in that. I did woodworking when I was a kid. I really enjoyed it, but I guess I just never had the opportunity. No one ever told me. I never had the. I didn't really have the experience, and I wasn't as motivated to work with my hands, um, as much handwork as it takes as I am now. So I found that. I'm finding I'm handling situations differently, and I'm learning how to make different decisions. I'm trying to look at how I'm handling things and to change the things that I want changed by my choices, because ultimately, things are a result of our choices. So we choose to do this happens, you know. So I'm trying to really think on that level, and I feel like I've matured as a person. Pre-T, I was like stuck. I was like this kid. I didn't envision myself growing old. I didn't see an old man. I didn't see an old woman. I didn't see anything. And I just envisioned me living this rebellious, just whatever life. I mean, I guess I tamed down since then because my ex kind of prepped me out. But I was still pretty rebellious. I just wasn't dressed as, I was dressed more as an adult to try to. I feel like I'm still growing. I'm still changing. I'm still finding myself. So, if you were to ask, who is Brent Freeland? I really can tell you, but but I know that each day I'm getting closer and closer to answering that question, and it feels pretty damn good.